Have you ever met your hero? I have. And as you might have imagined, it was quite awkward. You see, a couple years ago, I was at a nonprofit gala, and as I was walking to my table, I spied the nameplate next to mine, and on it was written Fran Ulmer. Fran Ulmer, the first woman elected to statewide office. Fran Ulmer was born Frances Ann Ulmer in 1947, 2 years before my father was born, and has spent a 30-plus year career in public service. Not only has Fran won statewide election, but she also has devoted her time to educating high school students and college students in politics, government, and civics. She has served on dozens of international, national, regional, and local boards and commissions. And most importantly, she was first elected to statewide office, she was first elected to office right here in Juneau as mayor in 1983, the year I was born. Prior to that, she had worked for the legislature in legislative affairs, and she was an assistant to Jay Hammond. And in 1987, she ran for the state house. Eventually, she would become minority leader before running for lieutenant governor with Governor Knowles. She did eventually make a bid for governor, which she unfortunately lost. But what is most notable about that defeat is Fran didn't stop. She began teaching at UAA and eventually was asked to be interim chancellor and accepted the permanent position as chancellor in 2008. She is a graduate of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, has a Juris Doctorate, and has many honorary degrees from UAA. She is a Woodrow Wilson Fellow, a fellow at the Belfort Center at Harvard University, and she has served on many notable commissions, including the Federal Communications Commission for State and Local Advisory, and also the Federal Elections Commission on the State Advisory Committee. She is also an active member of the Nature Conservancy, which is where I saw her last. It's remarkable the life that Fran has lived, especially her work to increase civic engagement in young folks and increase voter turnout is truly inspiring to us all. Fran has shown us that you might lose an election or two, but that does not mean that you need to take your foot off the gas pedal. Our state, our national, our women's history is richer because of Fran Ulmer. Now, to close the loop about that first very auspicious meeting, it didn't go well. Now, for me, as people here in this body know, I'm not a big hugger, but when I saw Fran, I leaned in and tried to give her a very big hug. She did not want that. But what she did do was what we all have come to know and expect from Fran. She was gracious and kind with her time, just like she has been serving the citizens of Alaska. Thank you, Mr. President.